alligators? Let's be a little excited, guys. Alright, so my name is Kevin, and I'll be doing your alligator show for you today. I do actually work with every single alligator that you see in here. Each of our alligators does 1 or 2 shows a day, but it can all take turns. Don't get stressed or anything like that. Now, the largest alligator that we have in our enclosure, he is actually the big, huge guy sitting right over here. We'll come over and talk about him a little bit. Oh, don't be shy. Come here. So I'm talking about this big, huge guy right here. The tip of his nose is right there. Tip of his tail comes all the way back over here. Quite literally, just his tail alone is pretty much as big as I am. All right, this is a very large animal. Now, he is about 10 feet long, weighs about 350 pounds, and he is jacked out of his mind, so I like to call him Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, and he's a very impressive alligator, but unfortunately I'm not using him for your show based on the simple fact of I can't really move him. He's kind of big, but he's a very impressive animal. That being that he is the largest alligator in here, he's also the dominant male in the enclosure until I walk through that door. There's a lot of bad jokes here. You gotta work with me, guys. Jokes are going downhill. That being that he is so large, a lot of people often ask, how old is he or how old are any of the alligators in here? And there's actually no way to tell the age of an alligator just by simply looking. There's no external characteristic, no measurement you can take, nothing like that. You can't tell by looking, so that's why we just simply cut them in half and count the rings. Roll with the jokes, guys. But in all seriousness, though, there really is no way to tell their age. You see, their size depends upon their diet and environmental factors, not on how old they are. So let's say you had 2 baby alligators. If you feed one of those baby gators a ton of food more than the other one, it could grow to be twice the size of its sibling in the same amount of time. Now, do that same experiment with 2 human kids, and yeah, you're going to get a big kid. But he's not going to be 6'7" in 3rd grade. The alligator will actually grow larger. So you take a look at one of these guys, they could be 25, they could be 75. You'd have no way of knowing just by looking, and some records in captivity claim to have alligators over 100 years old. Very long-lived animals. Now in here we mostly feed our alligators raw chicken, other kinds of meat, but in the wild these are opportunistic hunters. They like to eat things like raccoons, turtles, fish, birds, and of course their favorite, forests. No, I'm kidding, of course. They don't usually attack people. In fact, attacks on humans are extremely rare. Alright, I know everyone thinks they're out to get you, but let's do the math here. We have over 2 million alligators in the state of Florida. If they really wanted to eat people, you'd have people dying every single day. Instead, we have more people killed annually by vending machines than by alligators. Think about that for a minute there. That means every single year, more people get angry, they can't get a candy bar, they shake the machine, it falls and crushes them, more often than being attacked by one of those things. Really says a lot about both of our species right there. Now, for your show, we are going to go ahead and grab one of them up and out of here. But before we do, anyone else want to come in? The water's nice. No, look, I know why you guys don't want to come in. You're looking at the water, you see the yellow color, and you all think it's alligator pee, don't you? I know, I get it all day long. People are like, look, it's yellow, it's gator pee. It's not gator pee, it's Gatorade. Now, we do actually drain and clean this pond out every single day. We empty all the water out, spray it, scrub it down, refill with clean water. But the water that we use is well water, so it does have a yellow color to it, although it is actually clean. Now, like I said, we do rotate them all through, so I am looking for a particular individual who I think is going to be over there in the corner. We'll see. Yeah, there he is. Alright, so I'm going to grab a hold of this guy. We're going to bring him up there so everyone's going to be able to see. Come here, buddy. I know, relax. You're alright. Now, usually when I pick up an alligator that's like as big as I am, people like, clap, cheers, everybody out there, guys! Yeah, it's a live show, I like a live audience. This alligator's over 8 feet long, weighs close to 200 pounds. If you guys do want a picture, do me a favor. Hurry up! Seriously, like 51 cheese. Okay. So we're going to bring him back over here, set him down in the sand nice and gently, and let's go ahead and grab a hold of these jaws. Easy. Alright. Buddy. Alright, So if you take a look inside the alligator's mouth, you will actually see 80 teeth in there. There are 40 on the top and 40 on the bottom. They can actually break their teeth off, they grow them back, and they cycle through several thousand teeth in their lifetime. That does come in handy because of how hard the gator can bite down. A large alligator can close its jaws with an entire ton of force within that mouth, 2,000 pounds per square inch power. Y'all do not seem impressed with that number. Yeah, think about it. 2,000 pounds is enough power to easily snap any bone in your weak, fragile human bodies and literally flatten your skull. If you were not impressed by this, it is because y'all are on the wrong side of the fence. Now, even though they can bite down so hard, you can actually hold their jaws shut, which is your bare hand, as you can see me doing here. All the power is for closing, very little for actually opening. So remember, if you're ever about to be attacked by an alligator, don't run away, just turn around, grab the jaws, and you'll do great. Yeah, no, definitely kidding. Run for your life there, guys. Well, we have all these alligators in here for a reason, though. We're actually alligator rescue, and these are all considered to be nuisance alligators. Now, a nuisance alligator is one that showed up in somebody's backyard, got in their swimming pool, he ate Fluffy, something like that. Now, once an alligator eats somebody's dog, the state's going to send out a trapper to capture and kill the alligator. Unless the dog he ate was a Pomeranian, then they just let him go to continue the good work. Unfortunately, though, the state of Florida does kill several thousand of our nuisance alligators every year, and that is really sad because it's not the alligator's fault. It's usually a nuisance person that caused the problem, and by that I mean people that feed them. So once you feed him, three things happen. 1, he learns to associate you with the food. 2, you don't have the food. 3, you are the food. That's why it's against the law to feed them. So what we do in here, we do our shows with these nuisance alligators instead of him being turned into a suitcase, which you appreciate that, right, big guy? Yes, he did. That's why we're considered an alligator rescue, because every alligator that you see in here would have sadly been destroyed if they were not here with us. Now, the state of Florida does not allow the release or relocation of nuisance alligators due to the alligator's homing ability. And what that means, even if you took this guy 100 miles away to let him go, give him a few months, he'll go back to the exact same backyard he was caught from. They have an incredible homing ability, and that's why they're recognized as such amazing navigators. Navigator. You'll get in a few minutes, don't worry. Alligator wrestling, it's not like wrestling in a ring. I do not hurt, headlock, or body slam the alligator. It's actually techniques used by the native tribes of Florida. And one of the maneuvers they would use is holding the jaws of the alligator shut between your chin and your chest, allowing your hands to be free to take out a rope and tie the jaws shut, which sounds like a horrible, dangerous idea, so I'm going to demonstrate. That does make a pretty cool looking photo, so I'll give you guys a thumbs up like this, or if it does go horribly wrong, get my arm ripped off and I'm bleeding everywhere, I'll give you a thumbs down, okay? Alright, now don't worry, in that scenario, just switch your camera from photo to video. Alright, easy, buddy. Sometimes people clap. And you guys, that clapping did not feel forced at all. Now, I know what you guys are probably wondering. You're probably wondering, why isn't this alligator more aggressive? Why aren't all these other ones coming over to attack and eat me? How am I still alive? And why do you guys look so disappointed I'm still alive? Now, when they first come into the wild, they are extremely defensive, all right? He's literally going to try to kill me because he thinks I'm going to kill him. He's afraid of me. Now, once they learn we're not going to hurt him, we do an animal-friendly show, he's much more calm, relaxed, and as you can see, basically tolerates what I'm doing right now because he knows that I'm not going to hurt him. Now, they also know, very importantly, that if any of them come over here and mess with me, I just make that guy do the show instead. You get where I'm going there. My workday is 12 to 15 shows a day. I work with every single alligator in here. That's why when you see me walking around, I step right next to them. They kind of keep their heads down. They're like, don't pick me, don't pick me. Now, does that mean that these alligators are tame and trained then? See my friend, can I trust him? No, absolutely not. This is an alligator, it's not a Labrador. There's no bond, there's no friendship, make no doubt about it. If I do trip and fall in here, my hand slips, I do something wrong, this alligator and every other alligator in here absolutely could and would rip my hand off. There's no doubt about it. And usually about once a day as I'm walking around in here, I will get one of them come creeping up, and they will try to bite you if you're not paying attention. If you were surprised by this, let me remind you that this is an alligator. Alright, they do that. He's not my pet, he's not my friend. I love him. He doesn't love me. And yes, they do bite. In fact, this individual right here actually did bite my old boss once before. Like, for real, that's not a joke or a punchline. But it is why he's my favorite. Who's a good boy? Now right behind the eyes of the alligator are the ears right back here. And they can actually seal off their ears, their nostrils, and the back of their throat. Although they live in the water, they don't breathe underwater, but they do hold their breath over 6 hours at a time. Now, a common question, what's the difference between the alligator and the crocodile? There's actually a lot, but the easy answer, the gator has a more round, broad snout. Crocs have a narrow, pointy snout. Alligators are darker, crocs are lighter. There's actually a lot more, but the reason I'm telling you is because South Florida is the only place in the world where you guys actually have the choice of being eaten by an alligator or a crocodile. You're like barely excited, guys. Yeah, it really is the only place in the world with both those animals native. Now, I do have one last trick to show you guys. Before I do it, I do want to tell you a little bit about myself, too, so you don't think I'm completely insane. I see the stares out there. I actually have a bachelor's degree in finance and international business from a college in New York. Yep, doesn't make a lot of sense to me either, don't worry. But for my entire college career, all I really wanted to do was get out of the Shark Tank and into the gator pit. Hey. Now, a phrase that I used to live by is live your dreams and follow your passion. For my entire life, I've been passionate about reptiles and especially alligators, and it has been a dream of mine to be an alligator wrestler ever since I was a little kid. So I feel extremely fortunate to have been given this opportunity, and I encourage everybody out there to pursue your wildest dreams, because you never know, they might just come true. Now, that being said, the only way that I'm able to continue to do this job full-time is through the generous donations of the people in my audience. That's you guys. Now, understand that I am not an employee of the park due to liability and insurance. Liability! Alright, I think you can do the math on this one. It does tend to be a little bit dangerous. So at the end of the show, you like the show, you learn about alligators, you like our alligator rescue. I do greatly appreciate anything that goes into my little tip jar down there. That is my life insurance policy, and it's also how I make a living. And that's also what enables our alligator rescue to function and what allows us to continue to go out and rescue more of these beautiful and magnificent animals. Now, you also have to say the not fun part, right? Do not attempt anything you've seen me doing here today. I know I might make it look pretty easy, pretty safe, being a pit full of alligators in a handle one, but the reality is, one slip, one wrong move, you can lose life or limb. Now, I feel very fortunate. I've never had a bad accident, but I have had a few friends that did. I had one friend get bit in the hand during the show, gator death rolled, snapped his arm like a twig. Another friend got bit in the upper arm during the show, gator death rolled, ripped the bicep muscle from the bone, ate a chunk of his arm during the show. That was obviously very serious. He almost died from blood loss, but I'm not saying this to be dramatic or to scare you guys. I suggest you understand the reality here. I tell a lot of jokes, and then people tend to forget this is a powerful apex predator. They deserve our utmost respect. Do not ever approach one. Do not ever try this. With that being said, take a look around me. Alright, these are not aggressive animals. They're not going to come chasing after you. They're not going to hunt you down. In fact, I think they're pretty cute. They literally just sleep all day. They're the laziest things on earth. But if you feed them, you swim in their habitat, or you try and handle them like this, that is exactly how people get hurt or even killed. So don't do any of those dumb things and you'll be fine. You leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. Now, on that note of positivity, let's go ahead and do the most dangerous part of the show. What could possibly go wrong, right? So the last trick that I have for you guys is called the face-off. It's called the face-off because if I mess it up, my face comes off. You need a morbid sense of humor, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up the jaws of the alligator. I'm going to set my chin on the edge of the open jaw, balancing the jaws up, which is my chin. Now, if anything touches inside the mouth, boom, jaws slam shut immediately. It's a reflex, and nothing stops those jaws from closing. So you have to be very careful here. Now, one last piece of anatomy I want to point out quick. You guys see this fat roll looking thing down here? That's not fat. That's the jaw muscle. An alligator can eventually have over 50 pounds of muscle solely dedicated to slamming its jaws shut and then crushing anything that's in between them. So that puts this in perspective a little bit. Easy. Relax. 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 All right. You guys have fun yet? I just see a bunch of phones like, yeah, he's gonna die. Alright, so let's get this shot. Relax. Easy. Relax, buddy. Alright. Now, most of my show is a lot of bad jokes. I do want you guys to laugh, have a good time, learn about alligators. This is the one part of the show that's actually extremely dangerous. So before I do it, I want a little bit of motivation. You guys are enjoying the show, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, nice and careful. Good job, big guy. Give the alligator some applause. Good job, buddy. All right. Now, as you can see, the alligator gets up and walks away. He doesn't turn around and come after me. There's no revenge, no hard feelings, nothing like that. Show doesn't hurt him at all. And he's literally going to lay there and take a nap. So what we're going to do for you guys now, we're going to take out a baby alligator, some other cool animals you're going to be able to check out. If you did enjoy the show, you want to write a good review, again, my name is Kevin. If you did not like the show, my name is Bob. You got it? Got it. If you have any questions for me, I'll be standing strategically by my tip jar with a card reader. You guys enjoy the show and have fun.
Okay.
Hey, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks, everyone. We're going to exit out right this way and follow the green footprints in the ground.